Hello, welcome to the live. If you're live, if you're catching this on the replay, welcome to the replay. But regardless, sorry, I'm like a couple minutes, 3 to be exact, later than I planned to be, but whatever. You guys are still here, so that's cool. Anyway, I was messing with my light, so it took me a minute to get it together. But anyway, welcome. That's what we were getting at. Welcome to my channel. You guys are watching Chalking Up the Walls. My name is April Walls. I am that's really loud. I am an independent designer with Club Couture, and I'm going to show you. This is part 1. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so excited. All right, let me find, I can figure out how to get out of here. Here we go. All right, cool. That way I can make sure I'm in camera and y'all can see me. All right, perfect. All right, so I am so excited. We briefly spoke about this last night. It came in. It absolutely came in. Our January 2021 monthly transfer. So I want to make something cool with it. This is what it looks like. This is what we're going to do tonight. You, me, the big, awesome ampersand, and then the cute little heart there, right? So that's it in its entirety. And we are going to put a cute design on this Grayson style black board. So it's basically like a chalkboard. The inside is like a chalkboard, so it is reusable after the month is over. You just clean it off and use it again. And this is one of the black frames. It comes in a white frame, black frame. But I thought this one would be super. Hey, what's up, Miss Diana? Hello, how are you? I miss you. I miss you. We have got to get back to normal concerts. So I can come and jam with you sometime for sure. I miss that. I really do. I need my live music. Anybody out there who knows me well knows that I need my live music, and this one was a trying year because I didn't really get to do that. It was awful. It was awful. So I'm hoping that we get to do it again soon. Absolutely. All right. So I'm going to take my trusty scissors and cut this up a little bit. So they are gracious enough where they give you guys can see the lines, right? So those are like the intended cut lines. Just makes it easier to do. We'll cut this one up. So like I was saying, this is our January club design. What's cool about the club in general is that every month you get a brand new design. Comes with 3 individual chalk colors in the singles. So you can play around with the different colors as well. This month, this particular design comes with this raspberry sorbet in a single, the marvelous pinks, and then this super cool colonial blue. So these obviously are our 3-ounce jars, which are the larger size. But you guys get the singles with the club, and then you always have the opportunity, excuse me, to get the jars too, no doubt. This one's brand new, so I gotta open it up. They come sealed, right? So they don't dry out. It is a chalk paste, so it's chalk based, right? So oxygen is your enemy here. Water is your friend, oxygen is your enemy. So you want to make sure that you keep it relatively good and sealed once you open it. All right, so we got that in there. Give this one a quick stir just to get it back to good, because I think what we're gonna do, my plan anyway, is to do the large ampersand in this blue color. I think that'll be super cool. So we're just gonna give this guy a quick stir, bring it back to good, and then we can use it. So how was your day? What'd you do today? Anything fun? Anybody out there? Did anybody do anything fun? Happy Monday to you. Post-holiday Monday at that. Oh my gosh, post-holiday Monday. So those are always a blast. You guys know how that goes. All the mail is waiting for you. All the emails are waiting for you. Most people probably function on email exclusively, but I'm telling you, I even still get like a tremendous amount of snail mail in my office. So it takes me like a cool hour just to go through all of the mail. All right, so what you guys saw me doing there was just adding a little bit of distilled water. You could sit here and like just stir and get it back to like an appropriate consistency for the sake of the live, and so you guys don't sit here and watch me, you know, like stir chalk paste, because as exciting as that is, you guys got better things to do than do that. We're just gonna add a little bit of water it down, and get it to good. All right, so we've got this one in pretty good shape. You definitely want it to be like a yogurt consistency though. You don't want it to be too thick or it won't go through our silk screen, and you surely don't want it to be too thin or it'll bleed all underneath. All right, we're good. I'm happy with that. So that's what we're gonna start with. Okay, so let's get, this is gonna be the bulk of it, and I think I'm gonna place it relatively close to the center. I initially thought about maybe putting it like closer to the top, that way you could put like some ribbon or, there we go, some more decorative thing on the bottom. But for what I wanna do, I wanna keep it like relatively just simple and plain and just like a you and me kind of a style. So what's super cool about you jumping on tonight is you were actually at my wedding. So this is gonna be kind of a fun like throwback to that, like a me and you. And then I think if all works out well, I'm gonna take one of our chalk markers and write like 2019 at the bottom, because that's when we were married. So all right, let's pick this up. Just put the end with a little arrow on the back of it, that way I remember what side is the back. Peel it up and get to going. Yeah, so Monday. It was a pretty cool Monday, not gonna lie. It was a pretty cool Monday. I had a lot of mail waiting for me for a post-holiday Monday, but not a whole lot of fires to put out, so that's always good. All right, so what we're doing here is taking our fuzzing cloth and our adhesive transfer, because they're very sticky. I'm just adding a slight little layer of fuzz. That way whenever we're done, it's easier to peel off. And I think that's good. I'm gonna take our surface and our transfer, line it to somewhat-ish where I think is the middle. See, very sticky, but I think it'll be all right. Get it lined up where I want it. And place it down. All right, once you figure out where you want it, like I said, you could align it any particular way that you want, but this is what I'm doing. Push down the silk screen area, all that sticky adhesiveness right around your silk screen, just to make sure that you don't have any air bubbles. I always like to take it completely dry, clean, squeegee, and go over the top of it just to ensure that all of those air bubbles are out. Take a little bit of our paste, put it down on top, and we're gonna fill it in. As it is. So, like I was saying, this is our club. Our club is super cool. It's a, especially for any of your artistic, crafty, painter type friends out there. Once a month, you receive this exclusive transfer with the 3 different colors. $19.99 a month. So, but you do get free shipping. So that's all the more you really, unless your state has some sort of like crazy like sales tax, then it might be a little bit more than that, depending on your state. But most states are pretty cool about their taxes these days, right? We like to believe that anyway. All right. So once you get all of your area covered as such, once you get it all covered like that, you just go back over and clean up any little lines that may have developed. And then just push all of that excess right back into your container. If you're using the singles, you won't have like the large container to do it with, but you can use one, just any type. You wouldn't necessarily have to have our, ooh, that color is super pretty. Just peel it up slowly, just in case there's any places that maybe didn't go through, like right there on the bottom. I think we can cover that a little bit better. So just whenever you're peeling, just go slow in case you get any sort of like peel up, and you can just recover it. Perfect, and it filled in that little bitty spot adorably. That's why you go slow. All right, stick you on the side of my table for now so we can show you guys where we're at. And this is our ampersand, right? So let that dry for just a brief second, and then we'll go back in with our others. Meanwhile, I think we're done with this color. So we'll clean off our squeegee, push all of our chalk back in there, and then cover it back up. This one was a little dry, like you guys saw, it was brand new, and that happens, especially this time of year. Our chalk paste does not like to be cold. It does not like to be cold, which is kind of ironic in that our home base is in, not Salt Lake City, but in Utah, nevertheless, where I always thought was like kind of a colder climate. It does not like to be cold. So this time of year, if you get a brand new paste such as that, you may have to do a little bit of mixing and whatnot, but it's very easy to do. And once you get it back to good, you're golden. You are. All right, so let's get that one covered up and out of the way. Yes. All right, so we're also going to take a quick drink because I'm thirsty while we wait for this to dry a little bit. Our chalk paste actually does not take a tremendous amount of time to dry, which is why I absolutely love it. I do, but if it's still kind of wet and you bump into it, you might peel it up. So we definitely want to give it a minute to do its thing. And then I think we're going to add our U on top and our me on bottom. I haven't decided if I'm going to put some little hearts up in there. I might. Once we get our you and me, we'll see if it looks relatively balanced. And if it does, then we might not need to add the hearts this go around. All right, I apologize for the noise, but I want to make sure that these areas over here are definitely dry because I don't want to peel it up. Like I said, it doesn't take long for the paste to dry. You're talking like maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending on your climate and how humid it is. But for the sake of the live, we're just going to go ahead and speed up that process a little bit for you. All right, so we're moving on to number 2. I'm excited we're moving on to the second part. So let's label the back. You know what, while we got it out, let's just label this one too. And me. That way we don't need that anymore. All right. You. All right, so I appreciate you guys so much jumping into part 1. What I love about, like, for my own self and being able to teach you guys, like, ways to do it and all that stuff, what I love most about our club is that it just, like, fully inspires me. You get one B size, which is 8.5, approximately anyway, 8.5 by 11, like the size of a piece of paper, transfer each month, one particular design, but there's endless opportunities with what you can do with it. So I love getting it because then all of a sudden, like, all these ideas just start popping out and whatnot. So that's why I've started this mini series. Depending on what day of the week I receive my transfer has been somewhat dominating the schedule. This month, I actually, it came in over the weekend while we were out of town, so I decided to start doing them on Mondays. So every Monday throughout this month, we are going to showcase this particular transfer in a completely different way. I've got some really, really fun ones for this. I really do. I've come up with some good plans anyway. And like, I mean, it's still the beginning of the month, so there's always still more time to come up with a new game plan. All right, so this is our Marvelous, which is absolutely your, so that's what I'm trying to work with tonight. As the month goes on, we'll mix it up and do some different colors and whatnot. But tonight, since this is the first one, we're going to use the colors that come in your kit and the transfer, and only the transfer that comes in your kit. Because at minimum, this is a project that you can do if you don't have other color options. What's super cool about these pastes, though, I mean, just yet another thing that's super cool about them, is that they're water soluble, right? As you guys know, you can clean them off of your surface whenever you're done, which means they mix really well. So if you're first starting out and you're like, man, I want to get some of these things, but I don't really know what colors to start with your primaries and your neutrals. right? So definitely your white and black, and then red, yellow, blue. And from there, you can make your greens, your oranges, your purples, your browns, any other color, until you have the time or desire to like pick up some of the other colors. So people ask me that all the time, like, what color should I start with? Primary. Absolutely. Get a good solid red, a good solid blue, and a yellow. And then obviously, you know, like your white, your black, because you can always take your red and mute it down to a pink. You can take your yellow and just pull it down to more pastel-y color. I mean, you guys know. And then worst comes to worst, just pull out that old color wheel, the color wheel that we all know and love from like 3rd grade art class. Get that guy out. Yeah, who knew that that was going to be important? Who knew that the color wheel was going to be like so important? But anyway, get it out. Google it if you can't remember it. And then just start mixing. Just be mindful whenever you do mix. Make sure that you use the chalk paste on like a legit plate or like not paper, not wood. You need plastic, glass, or like a ceramic, something that's very non-porous, because the chalk paste will pull water or will lose water, not pull water. So if you put it on the paper plate is going to pull the water out of the chalk paste and make your chalk paste like that kind of drier consistency that we saw earlier, and that's not what you want. So once you spend all that time getting your chalk paste beautiful and yogurty and creamy and all that jazz, the last thing you want to do is put it on a paper plate and lose all that water and have to start over again. So don't do that. Just don't do it. All right. Back to the marvelous and the me. All right, so we just plopped our paste down right there. We're going to cover our area. Put all of our extra back in there because we'll use that for another project probably later this week. Marvelous is going to be a hot color for the spring and Valentine's Day season. Not only is it beautiful pink for Valentine's Day, but it's just a gorgeous like pastel-y pink. So I imagine that it's going to do quite nicely. I love it. Quite nicely in the spring too. So if you're in the market for some bonus paste, I would pick up the Marvelous. What do you guys think? What do you think? I think it's awesome. I love the contrast between the pink and the blue. I'm trying to get it not so glary. My light's like really loud and proud. There we go. I really like the contrast between the Marvelous and the Lakeshore. I think that's awesome. It does come along with this raspberry sorbet. You know what, just for the sake of doing it, let's do it. Why not? We got time. We've got time. So this is the other color that comes in your kit. So let's just add a couple cute little hearts. Let's do a heart. And then I'm going to write the word January 2021 on there, because I have another transfer that has a whole bunch of similar hearts. If you have this heart spun transfer with all these hearts, you could definitely add them like any and everywhere around it. That would be great. There's actually a heart on here that's almost identical, maybe just a little bigger, to the heart that is in this one. But like I said, for the first go round, I'm going to show you all that you get in your kit, but nothing more. That way, when you get this, you have a project that you can just get ready to do. All right, let's make a couple of hearts. Let's just add some. Let's put one right there. I almost put my squeegee in upside down. That's funny. All right, and then we'll just cover you. If we do it quickly, we can probably get like 2, if not maybe 3 hearts out of this transfer before it starts to dry in there. So if you go quickly and your paste is the proper consistency, you don't have to wash your transfer every single time, especially if it's something small like this. Let's go. Let's be brave. Why not? One more. If we don't like it, we'll clean it up. That's the beauty of the chalkboard surfaces. One looked super good too. All right, and you think any more will just make it look tremendously busy, and that we don't want. But now you guys get to see all 3 colors, all parts of the transfer used. This was a very successful part 1 on our black Grayson board. What do you guys think? You like it? Do you? It would be super cute in like the farmhouse style too, where you just use like all white on the black if these aren't necessarily your colors. But I really, really like the contrast of the black of each one of these colors on here. Right? Not bad for a first go. Okay, and as promised, since that all went well, let's just bust out one of our chalk markers and make it personal. So these chalk markers, I haven't even opened yet. I just got them. They do come in a 2-pack. So this pack is a white and black. We have a 2-pack that is gold and silver also. I don't have the gold and silver, but the white and black are cool. Obviously, we can't use the black marker on the black background. I mean, you could, but you're not going to see it. So, I mean, do it if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use the white. And down here in the middle, I think I'm going to write 2019, because that was the year that me and my beloved Randy got married. All right, so they recommend that you shake them well. So let's shake. While we shake, I'm going to take a drink again. I'm thirsty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And then let's take a chip just to make sure it's good. Did I not shake you adequately? Are you not ready to go? Maybe we won't. I might not be doing it right. Water-based shake well. I feel like I shook it pretty well. We gotta keep shaking. It's gonna happen for you guys. It really is. I have faith. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so definitely shake it like super well now that we know. All right, so we just tested this out, right? You guys can see that. And it's ready. All right, so me and my fabulous handwriting are gonna do a 2000. Oh, this is perfect. Once you get it all shaken up and ready to go, shaken, not a word, my apologies. Once you get it all like ready to go, it works out beautiful. But go ahead and make sure you put that cap back on because you don't want it to dry out. And I added a 2019 for me and my beloved Randy. But you could do without that, you know, or you could add whatever year. Maybe you got married in like 1976. Whatever, you add whatever year it is you want, or not, or just leave it as it is. I love it. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you like the blue and pink combination? Do you? I like it. Awesome. All right, well, that, my friends, is part 1. Very, very much appreciate y'all sticking around and watching part 1 of my Club Couture. If you guys have any questions about it, just let me know. Otherwise, I did post the link directly if you want to get some like legit, for real, official information. But I can give you all the information you want. But that's how you sign up if you've decided to make the plunge and do it. And this is what you would get. Something very similar to this every month, right? 3 colors, 1 super cool design, and endless opportunities, especially if you come back and keep watching me. So like I was telling you all earlier, this month it's going to be Mondays. Mondays for the entire month, we will use this transfer and make a couple different cool projects. This one is the one for tonight. It's number 1. Number 1, I always try to just use like as much, if not all 3 of the colors as possible, and each and every piece. That way you get to see all of it, because I try to do it before the before it runs out. So if you join the club right now, you have the opportunity to add on this one. So that's why I try to show you exactly what is happening in the kit that you get. But as the month goes on, we get a whole lot more creative and do a whole lot more fun things. So be sure to come back next Monday for this one. Absolutely. But in the meantime, come back earlier. I do my lives all the time and I love making stuff for you guys. Right? All right, y'all. I hope you've had a fabulous time watching. I have definitely had a fabulous time making stuff, as I always do. For sure, Miss Lily's going to pop in and say hello as we sign off.
Yeah.
right? What do you think? This is what we made. What do you think? You like the colors?
Yeah.
I do.
Why did you put 2019?
I do. Because that's the year that me and Randy got married. I thought I would personalize it a little bit.
Oh.
Like I said, you don't have to, and they are washable, so if I decide, 20 minutes from now, I'm like, that was a silly idea, just take a little bit of water and we can wipe that right off. It'll be gone. No one will know what happened other than y'all.
What?
But anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching. I do love you all, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. All right, be awesome, be happy, and we'll do it again soon. All right, love you guys. Good night.